The oldest reference we have to Lilith is in the story of Gilgamesh and the Hulupu tree, which is over 5,000 years old, at least the copies that we have. You can also read about her in the Bible in the books of Genesis and Isaiah. Her name also appears in a text that is included in the Dead Sea Scrolls in a list of monsters. The Babylonian Talmud is really unique because Lilith's name is mentioned multiple times throughout the texts. This next one isn't a text, but I think that it still qualifies. There are ancient incantation bowls that are written in Aramaic that were used to protect households from Lilith and other demons and monsters. If you're looking for more detailed information on the specific story of Lilith that I was talking about in that video, you can read it in the Alphabet of Ben Sirah, which tells the story of Lilith and Adam and their time in the Garden of Eden.
Okay, so you have Lilith and Adam at the beginning. And they don't have any children at this point. So then they break up. Then you have Adam and Eve. At this point, Lilith, Adam, and Eve are all human. Now, there's a lot of different folklore about Lilith, and some of it overlaps. So you have Lilith having children with Samael, or sometimes other angels. Samael's an angel, put an A above him. So the children that they have would be Nephilim children, because they're an angel and a human. So Adam and Eve have children. Their children are all human, because Adam and Eve are human. I don't know why that looks like that. There we go. Then you have angels who chose to fall, and they have children with humans. And some of those humans were the humans from Adam and Eve, and some of them were other humans. But then over here, you also have Lilith and Adam having children, and at that point in time, Lilith was like a supernatural being. We'll put an S by her name. So her children with Adam would be supernatural and human, but not Nephilim, because neither Lilith nor Adam are angels. Lilith also has children. I'm just going to draw a line. Let's see if I can draw it over here. Lilith also has children with humans, and those children are human and supernatural. So let me bring this out here. So this is what it looks like. So the Nephilim come from two places. They come from Lilith having children with angels, and also the angels who fell and had children with human women.
Yes, and this is why she is often portrayed with owl iconography, and why the Bible describes her as being a screech owl or a very loud bird. And you will never convince me that the movie The Fourth Kind is not about Lilith. I get asked this a lot, so I'm going to give you a list of resources, and they will all be in the captions if you want to know exactly what they're called. Starting with the Bible, we have the book of Genesis and the book of Isaiah, the Babylonian Talmud, the Alphabet of Ben Sirah, the book of Zohar, treatise on the left emanation. There's an ancient Sumerian poem about Gilgamesh, which is one of the earliest mentions that we have about Lilith, and Song for a Sage, which was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls. If you're looking for something a little more modern, I love this book, Lilith's Cave, which is a collection of stories of Jewish folklore that are all about Lilith. There's also a really great bibliography in the back of this book that is just pages and pages and pages of references where you can get more information. The name Lilith comes from the Akkadian word Lilitu, which means one who belongs to the night, or is sometimes referred to as a demon or an evil spirit. Even though Lilith is not technically a demon or an evil spirit, sometimes she's referred to as the mother of demons because of her connection to this specific word. Her name also has ties to an old Assyrian word that means like a ghost or a monster that comes out at night. Some ancient texts, including the Bible, refer to her as being like a screech owl, so this is why sometimes you will see her with owl iconography. Did you know that the biblical Adam, best known from the book of Genesis, but he also did appear in other texts, had children with another woman besides Eve? According to the text, Adam actually had 2 wives. His first wife was a woman named Lilith, and his second wife was the better known Eve. Adam and Eve have 2 children, Cain and Abel. Upon Abel's death, Adam and Eve separate for an undetermined amount of time. According to different texts, it could have been a couple of weeks, up to 100 years. And during that time, Adam and Lilith had children. Adam and Eve would eventually come back together and have their son Seth and other additional children. Now, these children that Adam and Lilith had, we don't really know much about them, but what we do know is that they were probably not human, or at least not full-blooded human. Even though Lilith was human, at this point in her story, she is already turning into the creature that we know her as today. She had already had children with other celestial creatures like angels. If you're curious about the children of Adam and Eve and the children of Adam and Lilith, I have a full-length video on my mythology playlist called Where Did the Nephilim Come From? I draw it all out for you on a whiteboard, so if you're a visual learner, that might be a really great video for you. Let me know in the comments what you think happened to the children of Lilith and Adam.